Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are at that time of the month where we get the early draft pages for the upcoming chapter in the Dragon Ball Super manga. Now, before I get on with the video, guys, as always, if you like what I do here and if you want to show your support, all you have to do is head on down, click on the like button, share this video on whatever social media platform you use, and also please consider clicking on the subscribe button. So, with all of that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the early draft pages for Dragon Ball Super Chapter 68. Now, before we get on with this, as always, guys, I have to give you a spoiler warning. This will contain spoilers for the early part of the chapter, so if you don't want any spoilers, please go ahead and click off the video right now. Okay, if you're still here, then I'm just going to assume you either don't care about spoilers or you've already seen this before and you're just waiting to hear my thoughts on this. Okay, so we have the first page of the Dragon Ball Super Chapter 68. You can see Granola right there. Brand new character. You can see Goku right there as always, main character. So let's head on with the what I can assume is the first page of the latest chapter. So we actually, this is very interesting because we're starting off with a flashback, and it seems that we're actually going to be getting some backstory, or at least a little bit of backstory for Granola. Now we cut to this planet right here. We don't know what it is. And by the way, this is the interesting part. This is a brand new planet. We've actually never been here before. So for all of the people out there who have been posting theories, and including myself, like I've been theorizing on my own. I just didn't make a video about this, or I didn't know if I wanted to make a video about this because theories are usually fun. It kind of sucks when you go through the trouble of making a video and then the chapter actually comes out and it turns out, no, I'm sorry, you were wrong the entire time. So I held off on making it. But yeah, I had my theories of, him being like, I thought he was a Sufurian or a Tuffle if you only know it from the dub. And yeah, he's probably a survivor from that race, sort of taking inspiration from Baby, from GT. But it seems like no, according to the translations that we're about to look at after we get through looking at the draft pages, it seems like he's actually part of a brand new race, and we're going to get to that. Don't worry. But let's just get through the draft pages first. So here we are on this brand new planet with a brand new race of aliens that we've never seen before. So expanding on the lore in the Dragon Ball world, which by the way, I just want to say something. If you guys can hear something in the background, I do apologize for that. There's just some construction going on. So just giving you guys a heads up for that. And as you can see from this page right here, this is the ship from the Frieza Force. So and as you can see from the planet, everything's decimated. People are dead. You can see corpses everywhere. And so obviously Frieza is responsible for what happened to Granola's race. And then we cut to the next page. Now this is interesting. If you look at this page right here, or this panel right here, if you can see in the background, you can see shadows of creatures that we are very, very familiar with since very early Dragon Ball. And then if we look at the middle part of the page right here, these three panels specifically, which by the way, I'm going to talk a little bit about how the paneling is in these pages. Let's just get through the content of these pages first. So we can see a first-person view of what I'm assuming is Granola running into this building, which on the outside kind of looks like a church, if I'm being honest. So yeah, even here we can see this interior shot from this building. Yeah, it does kind of look like a church. And then if you look right here, you can see the shadow of those same creatures, which we're about to get a more detailed look into them in a little bit. So, and then right onto the next page, you can see the shadows right here still. Now this is interesting. I love how it was actually directed here, because if you look at the first panel right here, which just like you do with every manga, you read it from right to left, you can see it's bigger, and then it gets smaller and smaller, and then it cuts straight to here, and then boom, boom, you can see one of these creatures grabbing it and then poking their face in, and it is a great ape. I love how this was directed here. This is beautiful. I gotta give credit to Toyotaro. The way he's writing these panels, the way he's directing this shot right here is just absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to see how this gets animated in the anime when it does come back, because it will come back. Come on, let's just be real. Dragon Ball, the anime made way too much money in order for them to just leave it dead. Like it would just be a stupid business decision. Now, I would just want to point out something right here in this grave specifically. Now, I did not catch this the first time I saw this. Someone else actually pointed this out. If you can look at On the left cheek of the great ape, you can see the scar right here. Now, someone pointed this out, that this is the same scar that Bardock has on his left cheek. Now, this is very, very interesting because this could play a part in the later part of the arc, when eventually, because let's face it, this will happen eventually. Granola will meet up with the Saiyans, and why I'm assuming that is because of, again, the translation, which we'll get to. Don't worry. Now, I'm wondering if, later when Granola eventually meets Goku, if it's possible it's going to be revealed that Granola saw Bardock, if this is indeed Bardock, like when he went transformed back into his humanoid form. He's got a good look at Bardock's face, and if when he meets up with Goku, he's gonna get like flashbacks, sort of like what happened in the Future Trunks arc, when Trunks came back from the future, and then he woke up, and when he saw Goku, he actually saw he thought it was Goku Black and tried to attack him. So, again, I'm just wondering if we're going to be I wonder if that's gonna happen, or at least that's my theory, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought about that. All right, let's move on to the next page. So that's the end of the flashback, and it cuts to Granola apparently waking up, and he's in his ship, and you can see 7-3 right there. So he did succeed in getting 7-3, and he's flying away on his ship. And we cut back a little bit to the ship that it was stolen from. Now, I'm wondering what these people are saying specifically. I'm wondering if they're just worried, like, oh no, like our big opportunity's gone, or whatever. Like it's just, again, we'll have to wait until the actual page comes in. So then it cuts back to Granola in the ship. And again, we'll get to what he's saying in a little bit. So we cut to, and we're still in Granola's ship. And then we cut to this shot of Goku, this pretty damn good shot. Now, please remember, these are still like the early draft page. Like, this is not what the final product is going to look like. Although, maybe. We'll see. And then it cuts to Goku. Apparently, he's grabbing the Oracle Fish. We don't know why, but Whis comes in, and we're actually about to get to why he was doing that in a second. And you can see Whis right here with the needle, which I'm actually interested. I guess I'm curious. I don't know why they're not showing Goku freaking out. Which I know that wasn't in the I know that wasn't in the manga. I know that was just an anime only thing. Which they had Goku having a fear of needles, which here's the thing, I get that him not being afraid of it makes sense because it's not in the actual canon manga, but it would have been sort of a nice Easter egg for the the fans of the anime if they showed Goku like whinging a little bit at just the sight of a needle. Just a little Easter egg for the fans to look at and say, oh yeah, I remember that from the anime. I mean, I know it was filler only, but I remember it. And yeah, so he injects the Oracle Fish with something, which again we'll find out what it is when we read the translations. And you can see Vegeta right there, and he puts the Oracle Fish back into his fishing bowl. And then we cut to Goku and Whis having a conversation. Beerus pops in, which again we'll get to what he's saying in a little bit. But this is interesting. So it seems like you can see the Oracle Fish right there. He's still sleeping. And Goku and Whis, a nice establishing shot right there. I like this. Or just this is panel alone. This looks cool. So Goku again goes into MUI, which for anyone who doesn't know, yes, Goku can do that at will now. Like he can go into MUI at will. You can see Vegeta right there is obviously a little bit annoyed. And then we cut to the next page, and yes, Goku. So Whis is still going to continue training Goku. You can see Goku hopping into the air. Whis obviously is not worried. Listen, for anyone who's wondering if like Goku, now that he has Master Ultra Instinct, does this mean he can keep up with Whis? No. My honey, I'm sorry. I hate to break this to you, but no. Like Goku's nowhere near Whis level. I'm sorry. He's just like, remember, Goku was having trouble with Planet Moro. Whereas Whis basically stopped one of his attacks with just a finger. Like, Whis wasn't even worried. Like, seriously, the angels are just... Like, they are insane. They are just on a completely different level. Like, again, whether or not he's stronger than Beerus, I know people have had their debates about that. Me, personally, I don't think he's there yet. I think that he will put up a stronger fight than he did in Battle of Gods. But I still think that Beerus is just a little bit above him. Just a little bit above him. I don't think that Goku's there yet. And he's definitely nowhere near Whis. He's just not. So that's the end of the draft pages. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the actual translations of the of the actual chapter. So let's go ahead and read them. The chapter opens showing a planet in ruins. Spaceships from Frieza's army are floating in the sky, and through the smokescreen are the shadows of three great apes. Yeah, I saw that. The scene switches to someone hiding in a house. Well, if I'm being honest, it didn't look like a house. Again, it looked more like a church. Before being discovered by one of the apes with a scar across its face, Granola suddenly awakens. It seems he was dreaming about his past. Oatmeal asks if he had the same dream again. Oatmeal says that things are fine and they obtained OG-73I without issue, and that they're not being pursued, having destroyed Goichi's ship well enough. In fact, Goichi's devastated that OG-73I was stolen again. So that's what was going on in that panel. It's then that Oatmeal suggests Granola enter cold sleep as they're still far away from their destination. Granola declines as he's already awake. Oatmeal asks if he still hates Frieza's army, to which he replies he does. Oatmeal inquires that since Frieza died, his army are just bugs they have nothing to fear from. Which, by the way, I think he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he finds out that Frieza's still alive. Which, again, I'm interested to see how he reacts to that. Which, again, like, okay, a little bit of a theory, a little bit of a working theory. I'm guessing that Granola will eventually meet up with Frieza, and he's somehow going to use 7-3's powers, or the powers that 7-3 took from the the Z fighters, and he will, and Mirror's. Let's not forget he does have Mirror's abilities, and he's going to use it to kill Frieza once and for all. And I'm guessing Vegeta and Goku are going to find out about this, and they're going to want to head over to, which I don't think they're going to feel bad for Frieza dying, because again, it's Frieza, like, he's a piece of shit, so I don't think they're going to feel bad about that. Well, Goku maybe, because, hey, I don't have a strong fighter to fight against, which, whatever, who cares. But I'm assuming everyone else is going to be relieved that Frieza's gone, which I'm still pissed off that they're all just sitting by and just letting Frieza, like, he's continuing to just do whatever the hell he wants. I don't understand why they chose to go with that in Dragon Ball Super. Oh boy, that still pisses me off. But I'm wondering if maybe Granola is eventually going to kill Frieza, and then through Frieza he's going to find out that the Saiyans are still alive. Like, maybe he's going to, okay, this is what I'm predicting. Eventually Frieza, like, this is how I see the confrontation going. Frieza is just about to die at the hands of Granola. I don't know how, but that's what I'm predicting. And just as he's about to die, he tries to use the he says that he like, his plans is to kill him, and basically kill him because he's responsible for what happened to his planet and his race. And then he says that, like, the fact that you like, I can't do anything about the Saiyans because they're dead. But then Frieza says, no, they're not dead, some of them are still alive, and he tries to use them as a bargaining chip in order to get him on his side. Like, hey, if you leave me alive, I will help you kill the Saiyans, because let's face it, that Frieza wants that too. But then just as he's about to do that, he kills Frieza and says, okay, well, I've killed you, the Saiyans are next. And then that's how Frieza finally dies, like, for good. I hope this time he actually stays dead. And that's how you can also bring Broly in, because once he finds out about the Saiyans, not only will he find out about Goku and Vegeta, he's also going to find out about Gohan, Goten, Trunks, because even though they're half Saiyan, they're still technically Saiyans. Although that would introduce, like, an interesting dilemma. Like, what if he meets Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and he knows that they're not full Saiyans, they're just the children of Saiyans who happen to have been responsible for what happened to his race. But it could be the whole like, sins of the father situation, where even though Goku, even if it was Bardock, Goku technically had nothing to do with it, but because you're the child of one of the people who was responsible for destroying my race, and I can't do anything about him, so you're the next best thing. And now I find out you have kids. How do I know they're not going to eventually do something else? So then he tries to go after them, and it turns into this whole situation. Again, like, this could be really, really good if they play their cards right. This could be really good. All right, sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent right there. Oatmeal requires that since Frieza died, his army are just, okay, I already read this. Granola should just forget about them. Again, I cannot wait to see. Maybe it's going to happen in this chapter, maybe the next chapter, because again, this is still just the first few pages of I think it's like the first 9 pages of the manga, or the first 10. No, the first 9. So, okay, Granola says he's not wrong. The ones who killed his race, the Cerealians, or I guess, so that's the name of his race. So apparently he's from the cereal planet, which again lines up with Toriyama's naming scheme. He always likes to name things after food, sometimes after drinks. You know, the gods of destructions are all named after different types of alcohol. So yeah, even the angels to an extent, like whiskey, is just they seem to have disappeared from a meteor destroying their planet. Okay, so they still believe the whole meteor destroying planet, which was BS, it turns out. He's lost the target of his vengeance, so he doesn't understand why he's still having the dreams. Well, it's because they're still alive, they're not dead. Oatmeal asks if these monkeys were called Saiyans, and Granola confirms. The scene switches to, oh, okay, this is interesting. So maybe Oatmeal knows something. Maybe he knows something. Again, we'll see. Again, this is maybe a little bit of foreshadowing right here. The scene switches to Beerus's planet where Goku is seen trying to catch the Oracle Fish so Whis can give him an injection. Oracle Fish is unable to sleep, so he needs a vitamin to do so. Vegeta is surprised the fish can have sleep issues, and Whis says that it can happen, and that usually when he can't sleep, it is a sign of a bad omen. Okay, so maybe again a little bit of foreshadowing that something bad is going to happen. Maybe Goku and Vegeta are going to die? I don't know. It's just, I mean, it would be kind of interesting, like, because here's the thing. Like, the fact that Goku and Vegeta are still there, and the fact that they're so much more powerful than everyone else on Earth, if they were to die early on in the series, and let's face it, because, you know, it's taking place in the whole 10-year time skip, I have no doubt that they're still going to be, you know, brought back eventually. But if they die, this could be very, very interesting, because it would cause the others to take action, and knowing that they can't rely on Goku and Vegeta anymore because they're dead, and now they can't focus on bringing back the Dragon Balls because they have to find the person who did this and stop them. Or no, this could play into again the dilemma, because like he could kill Goku and Vegeta because they're they're sons of two of the people responsible for destroying his planet and his race. But what if he leaves Gohan, Goten, and Trunks alone, because technically they had nothing to do with this, even though they're the sons of Goku and Vegeta. Like, he already killed Goku and Vegeta, so maybe he'll spare them, but that ends up, you know, biting him in the ass, because they go after him in order to, you know, sort of like a little bit of payback for killing his killing killing Goku and Vegeta. So again, it's just, I'm curious to see where they go, and killing off Goku and Vegeta from the beginning could be interesting, because it would shine the spotlight again on some of the other characters. Because one thing that people have been complaining about with Dragon Ball is that it's always been the Goku and Vegeta show. Even when others get involved, at the end of the day, it always falls back to Goku and Vegeta. So it would be nice if, you know, other characters are the ones who are responsible for now solving the solution. It's just, it would be kind of nice. And also, like, Goku with, you know, mastered MUI is kind of OP, so killing him off from the beginning would add stakes to the this arc. I don't know. Again, I don't think they're gonna do that, if I'm being honest, but it would be kind of nice if they did. Which again, don't get me wrong, I know they'll still bring them back eventually. Vegeta's surprised the fish can have sleep issues, and Whis says that it can happen. And oh, sorry, I already read this. Vegeta's surprised again, and Whis says it's not something to trust. Goku's disappointed because he was getting excited about maybe meeting another strong guy. Vegeta's surprised again, and Whis says it's not something to trust. Oh, sorry, I read this. I don't know why it's still here. Beerus yells at him for always saying things like this and getting Beerus in trouble. That's true. It is what happened with Moro. Goku had a chance to kill him, but no, because he was disappointed again, because I don't have strong guys to fight. Even though Vegeta and Whis and Beerus are still there, I get Moro is powerful, but Moro is not a good dude. But whatever, I'm not going to go into another tangent about that shit decision. Goku wonders why Beerus is upset, and Whis says it's a few things. Goku then continues training with Whis, and he shifts into Ultra Instinct as they begin to battle. Now, based on this specifically, I've seen some people say that maybe it's not MUI, maybe it's Omen, because he does have the black hair right here. And because these are unfinished, you know, draft pages, it could be that they just still need to color this in. So maybe he's going to go into MUI, you know, full Master and Ultra Instinct into later into the training session. We'll see. We'll have to see. So that's it. That is all. So guys, those are just my thoughts on the draft pages. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you like this video and if you want to see more, please consider clicking on the like button, sharing this video. And if you watch this video all the way up until the end, thank you so much for helping me get the watch time. And remember to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click on the bell icon to let you know whenever I post a brand new video. Goodbye. Please remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves and join me for the next video.